Alright, so if you're anything like me, or you're just a Jurassic fan in general, you're probably wondering, where's this franchise gonna go after Jurassic World Dominion and Camp Cretaceous Season 5? And in today's video, we're gonna be kind of discussing on what I think we can expect to see for the future of the Jurassic franchise. So we're gonna start off with an animated show that's been confirmed. Actually, like, we know this is gonna come out. I'm not gonna talk about it too much because really there's nothing much to talk about. All we know is DreamWorks is working on it. So it's good to know that the same people who made Camp Cretaceous is coming back for another installment of the franchise. Even though I would have preferred a live action show being announced, it is cool to know that we have something coming. And if you want to know more about this show, I would recommend checking out Swear's video on it because he made a great video on it. And yeah, if I just made if I talked more about it, it would just be me recreating his video. So I don't want to do that. So go check him out. So it's really good to know that we have a new installment in the Jurassic franchise coming, and it's by the same people who made Camp Cretaceous. So that is really cool to know and look forward to. That's cool, but I was hoping for a live action announcement, but I'm not gonna worry too much because I think it was in the middle of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and Dominion around that time. There was talks of a live action show being made at that time. I don't know if that was true or not, but there was some talks about that. And honestly, with like The Mandalorian and Marvel, the MCU, they're doing a lot of shows like Moon Knight and Miss Marvel, and The Walking Dead is expanding upon that. I know like The Walking Dead's not a movie franchise, but they're doing some spin-off shows as well on their own like streaming service. So it seems like the big thing to do nowadays is to go for like a TV show set in your movie universe to like expand on it. Honestly, I can see Universal following this trend, and that's not even a bad thing either, because I'm pretty sure we all want a live action Jurassic show that takes place after Dominion. Like, we want to see more dinosaurs on the mainland. Like, I love Dominion. I think it's an amazing movie, and it's definitely top tier Jurassic movie, but maybe just like one more scene, like the Malta action scene, would have been nice, because it really should have had like at least one more action set piece of dinosaurs attacking like civilians on the mainland. Even though we saw like a lot of cool stuff in the Biosyn Sanctuary or the Biosyn Valley, it would have been nice to see more of that. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they do a Jurassic show in the near future, maybe like a year from now. And honestly, I think it would be great. I think it would be like The Mandalorian for Jurassic, like expands on the universe. And then maybe we can have like some characters come in from the Jurassic movies. Like, you know, Mandalorian Season 2 had a bunch of Star Wars characters come in. And it can focus on like the dinosaur agency that Franklin was a part of and Barry. So I think that would be really cool. And I think it's very likely to happen. We're going to go on to the games. Honestly, I hate to say this, but I wouldn't expect a first-person horror survival game out of the Jurassic franchise. Even though we got Jurassic World Alive, it was good because I played through it on my Oculus and it was really good. It was a really good VR survival horror game, and it was awesome that it was set in the Jurassic universe. We had Rexy and the Raptor, the new Raptor squad, which I don't think the game's canon, so that doesn't matter. But it was cool. It was cool, and we kind of got like some more story information on Blue, but like I said, I don't think it's canon, so I don't know if that matters. Well, even though like it's not canon, I think all that stuff was great. My problem was how it took like the Borderlands comic booky art style. Like, it made everything like 5 times less scary. Because like, you see a realistic raptor coming at you, you're terrified. You see a cartoony raptor coming at you, no, you're well, if it was real life, you would probably be horrified because that's an abomination. But if you're playing a video game, if it's like super cartoony, no, you're not gonna be scared of that. And that's how I felt with Jurassic World Alive. Like, it had really good story stuff, but it didn't have horror. It didn't get the horror right because they didn't go all out. And unfortunately, I think that's the most Universal is gonna do for the Jurassic games. I honestly believe that they're focused on mobile games like Jurassic World Alive and Primal Ops. And that's good. I mean, like, yeah, focus on those games. It's cool. I mean, Jurassic World Alive is cool. It's like Pokemon Go, but with dinosaurs, so that's cool. And Primal Ops, I just have no interest in that because it kind of looks silly in my opinion. But Jurassic is set up perfectly for a first-person survival horror game, and we just don't have it. Like, Jurassic World Evolution 1 and 2 are amazing games. Like, they're park builders, they're great. Nothing wrong with that. And the dinosaurs and story of those games are awesome. It's just, fans have wanted a survival horror game, in the Jurassic franchise for so long now, and I feel like if Universal was gonna do it, it would have happened by now. Like, Jurassic World Alive wouldn't have been Borderlands-ified, and we probably would have gotten on console too, instead of just on Oculus. So unfortunately, I think they're just gonna focus on Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is good. Like, I'm so happy that game's still getting updated, and they're unfortunately gonna focus on the mobile games. And I don't think we're gonna get a horror survival game, which like is depressing. Yeah, but besides that though, honestly, I think that's it. I think that's all we can really expect until we get announcements. So all we can really expect is the DreamWorks animated show, maybe a live action show, but who knows? That might not happen. And probably just expect mobile games and Jurassic World Evolution. I'm glad I'm a fan of Jurassic World Evolution, because if I wasn't, I would be super depressed. But yeah, that's really all about it. And I guess I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. No, that's Moist Critical.